Hey mama, are you tired of feeling stressed and overwhelmed trying to grow your online business with your babies at home? You desire more flexibility in your day, allowing you to pour into your family, yourself, and your business without running yourself into the ground. Mama, you can build your dream business and do it in a way that fits your current season of life. And I'm going to show you exactly how. Welcome to the Mompreneur podcast. I'm your host, Andrea Singletary, daughter of the king, wife, mama of two, and life and business coach for mompreneurs. On this podcast, you will learn business strategies made for mamas just like you, who desire to be successful CEOs and fully present mamas without stress or overwhelm. So whether you're an entrepreneur who transitioned to a mompreneur or a mama-turned-mompreneur, I am here to support you. So grab your coffee, notebook, and pen, put in those earbuds, and let's dig in. Hey, mama. So before I get into today's episode, you guys, this is episode 199. It's crazy, right? 199. That means next month, we're hitting 200 episodes, which is wild. It is wild. But it is so amazing because next month I'm celebrating 3 years of business and 2 years of podcasting. So episode 200, it is going to be a special one. I'm still planning out everything I'm going to be talking about, whether or not I'm going to do a giveaway or something fun, but make sure you stay tuned next week for episode 200. Okay, let's get into today's episode. So, when is the right time to start collaborating as a mompreneur? So, I had received a question about, getting started with collaborations. They had shared that they're completely new to collaborations, and so they weren't sure what they actually needed to get started. So, to answer this question, I'm breaking down when is the right time to start collaborating as a mompreneur. So I will be touching on, what you actually need to start collaborating and what you don't need and what things to consider, when you're getting started with collaborations. Now, I do have a podcast episode on getting started with participating in bundle collaborations. So that is episode 144. That'll be linked in the show notes. But okay, when is the right time to get started? I would say the two biggest things that you need to get started with collaborations is being clear on who you are serving and making sure you have a proven offer. So, who you're serving. This is important because the type of resources you create for bundles or the signature topics you come up with for podcast guesting or speaking engagements, you need to make sure that you know who you're talking to, right? Because these activities, collaborations, they are for visibility and lead generation. And so you want to make sure you are attracting the right leads. You need to know who it is that you are serving, what their problem is, and how you solve it. If you don't know that, then no, you're not ready for collaborations. But if you're clear on that, you're ready. And don't get me wrong, these things will change with time. As we grow in our businesses and we serve more people in our offers, we get even more clear on who we're serving. But you need to have a general idea because you need to know who you're speaking to and how to speak to them. And then when it comes to having a proven offer, essentially you need to have an offer that you have sold at least more than once, that you have actually served people inside of this offer and gotten them results. And the reason why this is important, again, visibility. So when you're leveraging collaborations for visibility and lead generation, you're generating leads. And ideally, these leads, you want to convert them into your offer. So you need to have a proven offer, an offer that your people want, because essentially, as you're getting the leads into the top of your funnel, you're going to nurture them and you want to get them to the sales and conversion part. But if you don't have a proven offer, you're not going to have something to convert them into. So I would say those are the two biggest foundational pieces that you need before you start collaborating. What you don't need, let's start with that. You don't have to wait to start collaborating until you have clear messaging. And I know you may be thinking, wait, what? The reality is that our messaging is constantly evolving, constantly changing, especially as we serve more people and have more conversations with our ideal clients. So your messaging doesn't have to be perfect before you start collaborating. If anything, you want to start collaborating so that you get more people into your world and you can have more conversations and you can get more clarity on what words resonate with your ideal clients. Like, what are they saying? How are they describing their problems? So you do not have to wait until you have perfect messaging. You also don't have to wait until you hit a certain income. Again, this is part of your lead generation strategy. This is how you're getting more people into your world. This is how you're building an audience to sell to. So you never run out of people to sell to. So no, you do not have to wait until you hit a certain income. You also don't have to wait until you have, hit a certain number with your email list. You can even start if you have no email list. If your email list is at 0, you can get started with collaborations. Inside of the Social Media Detox Club, I've had people join with 0 people on their email list. And they were able to get started collaborating immediately because we came up with a visibility plan that met them where they were. You also get access to my market research training inside of the Social Media Detox Club. I have a training and resources that will help you clarify your messaging. I had one member use the training to learn more about her ideal client's needs, and she was able to come up with the most valuable resource for contributions for bundles that, is going to help establish her as the go-to person in her niche. So again, you do not need all of these things to get started. One of the things I would say, like, especially if you're someone where you're like, you know what, I don't have an email list. And, I know a lot of these collaborations require you to promote the collaboration to your email list. There are ways around that. I've seen quite a few bundle collaborations where they really just want to help people who haven't grown their email list. And so they have no email list size requirement. You also could even get started with podcast guesting and really using that to drive people to a free resource you have and grow your email list that way. I have so many solutions around this. So if that is you, join us inside the Social Media Detox Club and I will help you come up with a game plan to start growing your email list now. So that way, some of the other collaborations that, they do have an email list size requirement, you'll be able to grow your email list and start participating in those collabs. So what do you actually need to start collaborating? Number one is you need your signature topics. So whether that's for podcast guesting or speaking engagements, you need to have clear signature topics. And you want to have signature topics that's going to funnel people into your specific offers. So inside of the Social Media Detox Club, we have a training on that, on creating those signature topics that are going to convert people into your offers. And I really break down, the different things you need to consider when you're creating your signature topics and how to do it using my CSI framework. It really takes into consideration the customer journey. You need to be clear on that customer journey, and that needs to be part of your strategy as you're coming up with these signature topics for speaking engagements. The other thing you need is resources for bundle contributions. When you participate in bundles, they're not looking for your free resource you have available for anybody. They're looking for high value resources that are something that you offer as a paid item, and they want you to contribute that. So inside of the Social Media Detox Club, we have a training on creating your irresistible offer for bundle contributions. And this is really important because bundles are specifically focused on generating leads and getting them on your email list. And so you want to make sure that the types of bundle contributions you're creating are going to attract your ideal client. They're going to attract those best fit people, your highest quality leads. And so I really walk you through my process for creating these bundle contributions that are going to stand out and really call in the people that you're called to serve. Other things you need are your headshot. A lot of times, whether it's podcast guesting, speaking engagements, or bundles, they will ask for your headshot. And then you also need a short bio. So not, your long bio that's like 3-4 paragraphs long, but a short one. I've seen most of them, they need to be like 100 words or less. So really creating that bio that highlights, who it is you are, what you do, who you serve, like really highlight those main points about you and your expertise and everything. Inside of the Social Media Detox Club, I also do provide audits. So you're able to submit your bio for feedback and we can clean it up in a way that's going to meet the requirements for these different collaborations, but also still making sure that it's highlighting who you are and what you do and who you serve. And the last thing is that you need an email marketing platform. Y'all already know, if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, I am a ConvertKit girly. ConvertKit is where it's at. If you are looking to get started with ConvertKit, I do have a affiliate link. It gets you 14 days free, I believe. Yeah, 14 days free. So you can either click that below in the episode description, and I will also make sure to link this in the show notes. But ConvertKit is where it's at. I have tried different ones. I have tried MailChimp, MailerLite, ActiveCampaign. I've tried Squarespace, their email marketing, and I'm pretty sure I've tried some other ones. But ConvertKit is that girl. ConvertKit is where it's at. ConvertKit, and they've made some amazing updates that have made my heart so happy. Like, I do not foresee myself leaving ConvertKit because it really is a platform for business owners. How they have everything set up, their features and everything, it is truly, truly geared towards business owners. Inside of the Social Media Detox Club, I also have a training that walks you through setting up your ConvertKit. So setting it up for bundles and other collaborations, because there's certain things you want to do so that way you're actually tracking what is working in these collaborations. You're able to track, one, the number of leads you're actually generating from these collaborations. Two, how your welcome sequence is converting, for these collaborations. And so really, knowing what's working, really looking at, okay, what am I doing? What do I need to change? Because one of the things that we do inside of the Social Media Detox Club, we are intentional. We are not here to play games. We are not here, to just hope that it's going to work out. No, we're looking at the data to see what is actually working, seeing what we need to change or improve. So that way we are hitting our goals. We're seeing that growth. We're not wasting our time, because that is one thing that happens when people get burnt out with a strategy, is that they don't see whether or not it's working. They don't know if they're getting a return or not. And so if you're tracking these things, one, you're going to know if you're getting a return, but also you're going to be able to look at, okay, this isn't working. What do I need to change? Something I just added to the membership is that I'm now doing audits of your welcome sequence. And if you're comfortable with it, you can give me access to your email service provider. So that way I can actually look at the analytics and I can tell you, where people are falling off, or what emails need to be changed because they're not getting a lot of open rates or they're not getting a lot of click rates. And that's something that's really important. Like, you really want to dig into that data when it comes to like your welcome sequences, making sure that you're doing what you need to do, or that the welcome sequence is doing what it's supposed to be doing. You want to see those open rates and those click rates and different things like that. And if you're not seeing any of that, then Houston, we have a problem and we need to figure it out. So to kind of recap what you actually need for collaborations, you need to have your signature topics. And I didn't mention this earlier, but you want to have anywhere from 3 to 5 signature topics. You want to have your resources for bundle contributions. I recommend having a minimum of 3 to rotate through because a lot of collaborations require that whatever you're contributing, it either hasn't been used that month or within like the past 3 months for another collaboration. So if you have about 3, I would say even maybe having 5 resources you can rotate through, that's going to help solve that problem. Then you also need your headshot, your bio, and then an email service provider. So something like ConvertKit or one of the other ones that I had mentioned. But I'm telling you now, ConvertKit is where it's at. All right, Mama, that is it for this episode. If you want to join us inside of the Social Media Detox Club, click the link below in the episode description or in the show notes, or head on over to mompreneur.com/membership to join us today. All right, Mama, that is it, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Well, Mama, that's a wrap on today's episode. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to hang with me. If you enjoyed today's episode, will you do me a favor and follow the podcast and leave a review? Hitting that follow button and sharing your thoughts about the podcast are the best ways to ensure that other mamas like you find this show. Your review also lets me know if you're enjoying this podcast, so make sure to share your thoughts before you go. All right, Mama, I'll catch you in the next episode.